Yemen's Houthi rebel group has banned and criminalized using WhatsApp application in the southwestern Idlib province, which is under its control. Yemen has been beset by violence and chaos since 2014, when Houthi rebels overran much of the country, including the capital, Sana'a. In Oman, it's against the law to live together or share the same hotel room with someone of the opposite sex to whom you aren't married or closely related. Online gambling and the majority of other forms of gambling are illegal in the UAE. There are many laws in place, and the main reasons behind the laws and regulations are religious. The UAE is an Islamic country, and according to the Quran, gambling is an activity to be frowned upon and stayed away from. Females are not allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia. This is one of the most notorious bans related to women in Saudi Arabia. This law attempts to prevent women from leaving their houses without the accompaniment of their spouse or male family member, and avoid the potential for them encountering unrelated males without their own male family members, or from getting into situations where they would have to uncover their face. However, in some cases, women are permitted to drive in the desert areas outside of any major cities or within private compounds. Clicking photographs of religious sites, construction sites, or even military sites should be avoided at all costs. Likewise, if you're thinking about clicking pictures of the locals on your travel, that might be a bad idea too, unless you take permission to do so. Qatar has strict laws against this act and may even lead to grave consequences like getting arrested by the local police in the area. Kuwait prohibits imports from Israel. Israeli products and Israeli coupons or any other movable values are forbidden to ship it to Kuwait. Goods and commodities made in Israel or in the production of which any percentage of the products of Israel enters are considered Israeli too. It does not matter if goods and commodities come directly or indirectly from Israel. Taking pictures of government and military buildings in Jordan, as in many places around the world, is forbidden. Depending on the mood of the guards, it could get you a stern warning, a fine, or short imprisonment. Orthodox Jewish laws restrict physical contact with a member of the opposite sex unless it is a close member of the family, such as spouse, parent, child, or sibling. Even though there are many different observance levels, and most Israelis would have no issues at all with the matter, very Orthodox Jews make sure to keep a safe distance with a member of the opposite sex, so don't be surprised if they ask to move seats on a plane or a bus to avoid accidental touch. Issues between Lebanon and Israel are deep-rooted and complex. With this in mind, it is essential to note that it is considered a very serious offense for anyone of Lebanese descent to have visited Israel. Additionally, if your passport contains Israeli stamps, you may be refused entry to Lebanon even if you hold a valid Lebanese visa. Syria bans websites for political reasons and arrests people accessing them. Filtering and blocking was found to be pervasive in the political and internet tools areas, and selective in the social and conflict security areas by the OpenNet initiative in August 2009. LGBT persons do not have any legal protections against discrimination and are frequently victims of vigilante justice and honor killings. Although dancing has been considered as an inseparable element of Persian history and tradition, Islamic law has announced public dancing illegal in Iran. Furthermore, the strict dance laws are based on an individual's gender, and women are not allowed to dance in the presence of men not being their immediate family members. Even making video films of Iranian women and spreading around the world is known as a crime, and dancers are criminals. The government considers Zumba illegal in Iran. Zumba is a fun aerobic exercise mixing with dance movements. Owing to its rhythmic or dancing moves, Zumba classes have been banned in any shape in Iran since 2017. The government's authorities declared Zumba classes are contrary to Islamic ideology. Complete ban on women's work outside the home. which also applies to female teachers, engineers, and most professionals. Only a few female doctors and nurses are allowed to work in some hospitals in Kabul. Complete ban on women's activity outside the home unless accompanied by a mahram, close male relatives such as a father, brother, or husband, ban on women dealing with male shopkeepers, ban on women being treated by male doctors, ban on women studying at schools, universities, or any other educational institution. Taliban have converted girls' schools into religious seminaries, ban on the use of cosmetics. Many women with painted nails have had fingers cut off, ban on women riding bicycles or motorcycles, even with their mahrams, and many more. In 2017 there was an uproar in Egypt over the raising of the rainbow flag at a music concert. Homosexuality isn't technically illegal in Egypt, but many of the LGBTQ community have been questioned and arrested under debauchery laws. Many Egyptians view homosexuality as immoral and a crime, and after the 2017 concert the rainbow flag was banned alongside any media statements that supported homosexuality. This does not mean at all that gay or LGBTQ tourists shouldn't come to Egypt. It just means that vocally supporting homosexuality or waving the rainbow flag in a public setting isn't the smartest thing to do. PDA between gay couples in public spaces is also something you should definitely try to avoid. Alcohol is illegal in Libya, for both locals and foreigners, though it is sort of banned on paper. I actually realized that there are numerous places all across Tripoli selling alcohol, just that it is very expensive. In the places where they have alcohol it goes for not less than $100, but it is not suggested because you can be punished. Sudan is to ban female genital mutilation, FGM, cancel prohibitions against religious conversion from Islam, and permit non-Muslims to consume alcohol in a decisive break with almost 4 decades of hardline policies under the former Islamist government. In the next part I will try to make the countries of East Central and South Asia. Thanks for watching and support. You are the reason why I still post video.